As the city of Bowling Green continues to grow, so does its demand for public safety services. With help from retired Chief Jason Colson and many others within Bowling Green Fire and Public Works departments, the planning for Station 7 began. Off Lovers Lane Road in Bowling Green, the new Station 7 is located in the Lovers Lane Soccer Complex. In today's Spotlight on Bowling Green, we will learn what the impact of having fire safety services expanded in one of the fastest growing areas of town and how it will help performance gaps and response times. This is Spotlight on Bowling Green.
Well, with all the new construction going on, with all the new developments on Lovers Lane, that determined the need for a fire station here. But it also became an issue with the cost of property, because the cost of property along Lovers Lane has gone up quite a bit with all the new developments. Hence, bringing the new fire station to the park, property we already owned.
This side of town, this area of Lovers Lane is growing. The development and the housing that is impacting this area causes us to look at our response districts, and we identified that this area was going to be at the limits at some of our current fire stations. So the need for another station to be located in this vicinity was identified.
Fire set up a committee, basically get some guys together to figure out what the needs that they felt like they needed in the new building. And I was involved with that. And then once we had that kind of narrowed down, then we went out to, we had an RFP, request for proposals, to hire an architect to help put that, the design on paper before it could actually be constructed. After we went through the design process with the architect, then we bid out the construction to a general contractor based off the design that the architect made. But they, as part of our contract with the architect, they're going through the construction process with us. Basically just an extra set of eyes, They do this more than we do on this scale, so making sure everything is being built to the standards that we're expecting.
One of the important things that we look for is a quick response time. The standard for us is 4 minutes travel time from when we leave our fire stations to an emergency scene. And with our currently operating stations, we were reaching beyond that window. So we identified that this would be a good location that would help fill that void to where we could still maintain good quality response times in this vicinity.
As a department, we're constantly looking at the growth and the need for stations in the area with the growth here. We found the need in this area that needed faster response times, so Station 7 was put in here along Lovers Lane. Serves basically part of Cemetery Road towards downtown, all the way over till just shy of Scottsville Road. The hub, which is a big area that's growing very rapidly, and over to Fruit of the Loom. So we have that kind of slice of the area.
This is a central location to 3 current stations that we run out of. Station 1, which is our headquarters fire station, Station 2, which is our airport station, and then our Greenwood Fire Station, Station 6. So this will capture some of the extended areas that we're having to cover out of those current stations, which will greatly improve our response times to this general vicinity.
If you think that the nearest station besides us is over by Greenwood High School and the other station is over by the airport off of Scottsville Road, you could tell that that's a lot quicker for us to get there than any of those two trucks.
Our response area too, but it'll stretch from Scottsville Road to Fairview Cemetery Road area and capture some of the residential areas of Briarwood, Indian Hills, things of that nature. And with it being located here at the soccer complex, it's going to be in a little bit higher visibility area. And that's just great for the fire department because we get to be out there with the public, which is over the past year has been kind of a challenge. So we're excited to move in.
So you can't miss us. If you're coming to the Southern Kentucky Soccer Complex, you pull in and we're right there. So just as you pull in, we're to the left, right kind of between holes of the disc golf So we get to see a lot of disc golfers every day. I didn't really realize disc golf was as popular as it was until I got stationed out here. So it's nice to be able to see the people, enjoy that and come through here and watch the soccer, and there's a big playground right beside too, so you get a mix of people here. It's kind of nice.
When we went through the design phase, there are things that we've learned with maintenance of other buildings that we would like to stay away from on this building. The two main areas of maintenance typically are roofs and HVAC. So one of the things that we've learned in the past, if you do a metal roof with a pitch, you're not going to have as many leaks, hopefully less maintenance on that. And then with HVAC, we did what's called a VRF system, which is it's kind of the newest standard, where you can have hopefully less maintenance in the long term, plus it uses the least amount of energy and things like that. So those are two things that we put in the design of this building and have constructed as part of it. So they can concentrate on doing the task of being firemen and not maintaining buildings.
Put in the lighting system is state of the art. It saves our bill, saves the taxpayers money every day. It's got lights that when you walk out they turn off, so you're not worrying after turning them off. You're not paying for a bill when you're not using them. Our stove system's got a unique passcode to it that turns off as well, which is for safety, which is really neat. The HVAC is also very efficient, so it helps taxpayers there as well. They've gone to some thought through on the station and tried to save as much as they could as far as maintenance and ongoing costs like that, like the lighting and the heating and air. So,
as part of the construction, we had to take that into account because we know, like on Saturdays, when there's soccer going on or events, the park is very crowded. So once the guys are here and say they get a call while there's a big soccer event, that's one thing that we had to. We're doing our best to try to alleviate any issues that may cause. One item that we did was we made adjustments to the signal on Lover's Lane, where they're going to actually have a push button, what they call preemption, which will turn the signal to green while they're getting ready to go, get in the truck, and hopefully that will allow time to clear out the drive. So when they actually pull out with the truck, there will be a clear path for them to go into. The next, one other thing that we did was we added another lane right at the exit of the exit of the fire station. So when they pull out, there will hopefully be a clear lane anyway, the majority of the time for them to pull into.
So with all the traffic here, and as people that come here do realize that getting out of here is kind of a pain, and our driveway comes right out to the exit of this place. So we do have a button that we have walking out the door, and we hit that button, and it's about a 30-second delay. Once we hit it, it turns this light green that exits the facility. So it gets rid of some of the traffic. As we pull out of here, we get that traffic relieved and we can get by and get out. So that was one of our concerns, and that was one of the fixes that they came up with. So it's working pretty well so far. The doors here are pretty unique, especially to our city. When we were looking at building the station, I believe the crew went down to Franklin or somewhere in Tennessee and saw these doors. These doors operate, I would say, twice as fast as the normal fire station doors. They're very strong, they're well built. We hit a button and they open more of a horizontal opening versus vertical. It gets us out of here quicker, which is big. I mean, if you can imagine somebody's in an emergency, our truck will be there quicker just because of the doors that we put in. So I like them. They're beautiful. They're strong. They're supposed to be very dependable. So that's a good thing.
We have had some challenges. Really weather's been one of those challenges, and then the other has been COVID. So we've had a lot of rain this season, so it has pushed us back a little bit from our anticipated occupying date. However, COVID has played its role in the effects of how subcontractors have been able to work when they had their own COVID exposures and things of that nature.
So work in progress. So just like if anyone's built a home or anyone's moved into a home, you know, there's always things that need to be done, the punch lists. So we got in here and we're constantly making punch lists to get things fixed, and you don't really realize what things need to be done until you're really living in the station. So once we started in here, we've created a punch list and we're working towards getting all that fixed and corrected. And
there will be 4 initially stationed here with the potential to expand a little bit. Ideally, we can have up to 6 that would run out of this single station.
We've got an engine company here, and we have a firefighter, 2 firefighters, a sergeant, and myself. So there's four people stationed here every day, 365 days a year. I pulled a couple guys from the Station 4 that I was out with before that came out here with me, and I've got another new guy that's coming out here next shift or 2. So we didn't have the same, I haven't been working with everybody together here, but we're gonna get together and kind of train together and gel and get to know each other better. So I see future stations. We're already looking into Station 8. So we're growing tremendously. The city's always been doing that. So we're always looking forward to the next location that we need to build in and help our citizens just be able to respond faster, give them better service, quicker. So I hope to see the growth continue and us grow with the city.
To learn more about the Bowling Green Fire Department or any other services within Bowling Green, please call 270-393-3000 or visit bgky.org/fire.